So yeah, title of the video, I went 3-0 with Blackbeard at a local on Tuesday, and I'm just going to talk about it, go over the deck list, go over my thoughts on the meta and everything. Reason I wanted to play Blackbeard to begin with is I felt I was learning a lot about the game by playing Blackbeard, and I still think that that's true. And I think there is still like a lot to learn. I feel like I'm fairly proficient at this version of Blackbeard, but I was also playing some of the OP10 on the sim, and I'm noticing I am struggling against the like other new decks like Usopp and even decks that I was pretty experienced with, like Shanks. Now feels like a bit different. So yeah, it's very interesting. I'm gonna play it for probably the rest of OP09, and then yeah, just see how I do. So I'm gonna go over the tournament. So it's 3 rounds, because there were only like I want to say like 10 people there, but you know, win's a win. Round 1 was versus Green Uda, and I don't know much about that matchup, but Green in general, you know, you get to the high drops, they drop like the Shanks or like Doflamingo. There's like Hody and stuff like that. I don't know much about the film package. I know there's a lot of value orientated stuff, but usually when in doubt, keep them offline, like 5 Dawn and up, and you'll be okay. I think I went second. Yeah, I went second, and yeah, I was just able to... I generally prefer going second as Blackbeard. I think the curve works out better that way. I'm not so sure in next format, because you have, like, the 5-cost Kuzan and your 5-cost Van Augur. So I'm thinking maybe you want to go second, possibly in the next form, or first in the next format, but second feels really good. You get the extra card against like aggro matchups like Doflamingo and Bella Betty. You probably want to go first to have like a chance at controlling the board, just with the extra Dawn, and then it makes their curve like a little bit more awkward. So yeah, so the Green Uda I won, wasn't too difficult, and I feel like I just got control. That's the thing I like about Teach is like, for the most part, if you get control and you clear their stuff, you're gonna have control for the rest of the game. And then even in the times that you don't have control, if you can survive to the late game, a lot of times you can claw it back, which isn't really true against like Shanks. Like Shanks, if you fall too far behind, like your Burgesses are not going to be enough for their 10 drop. But yeah, so I was happy to win that one. So the second round was actually a Blackbeard mirror. I have some experience in the mirror on the sim. I know it's important to hold Black Hole for Burgess, but I'm not. I played it on the sim on OP10, and I don't know how the fuck that works on that. But yeah, I felt pretty good. I sort of stayed ahead the whole game. I got some lucky situations where, you know, I pulled the dot Q to clear his Lafitte. It was like turn, so I'd go second, and I think I just played out stage and like Lafitte or something like that, and then what did he do? So his second turn, I think he I don't remember when it happened, but at some point he played out a Lafitte, and then I cracked it with a dot Q, and he wasn't able to search off of it, but I don't remember the exact Dawn. And then I think I got maybe one double search off of one of my Lafittes, so I was ahead in value, and yeah, it still was kind of close. We were both down to 1 life, but his hand value was just so much lower that he really couldn't do anything about my swings. So I ended up taking that down. Feel good about that. I feel good about that matchup. I am sure I'm going to need like a ton of experience in it. I generally don't necessarily like mirror matchups just because I feel like I'm learning things that are only relevant for that matchup. You know, like when I played Doflamingo, the Doflamingo mirror was so different than the every other deck. You don't really like spam stuff out. You like fight incredibly aggressively for the board in the Doflamingo Mirror. And at the end of the day, I don't even know if I'm very good at that mirror. But I know I'm going to have to grind the Blackbeard mirror a lot because I need to make sure that I know the matchup, because I think there's going to be a lot of Blackbeards next format. I can already see people. There are 2 Blackbeards at this tournament, actually, out of only like 10 people. So I can see a lot of people starting to, work on the deck and do a similar thing that I'm doing. So maybe I was thinking of picking up like Usopp as well, because I'm not sure Usopp, I'm not sure its matchup into Blackbeard. It might be just my inexperience, but I do poorly against it on the sim. The like +1 cost and all of the like pseudo rush and like his value game just seems like insane. So I might look into that to run it myself, but we'll see. For now, I think the plan is to go for Blackbeard throughout OPO 10, but who knows? I'll probably mix it up at some point. Now, moving on to round 3 was against a Jewelry Bonnie. I generally feel fairly confident in this matchup. I don't have like a lot of experience in it, but the way that Blackbeard, like the 10 cost teach, interacts with their leader ability and their like lack of any sort of non-KO removal is, I feel like it's very good for me. I'm not 100% sure, but of the matches against Bonnie that I've played, I feel generally very confident. I think this game went, for the most part, it went very well. I established early, I had a good board presence, and I'll just talk about, there was a very crucial turn that was difficult to parse. I had, let me think. I want to say I had Burgess. So I had, this is going to take a bit to fucking explain. I had Burgess, Van Auger, 10 cost teach, and my leader, he had a rested Eustace Kid and an active one. And I don't think I'd done any Dawn allocation or anything. So I had a Laboon and a Finger Pistol or Black Hole in hand. So what I was deliberating it was a Black Hole, I remember, because I was deliberating Black Holing the Eustace Kid, swinging in with the Teach. He'll rest my Burgess, and then I have 6 Dawn to get lethal. But he had 7 cards in 1 life. So the Burgess attack would go through. Burgess attack would go through. And then he has 8 cards. And I can swing for 7 with Van Auger, and then 10 with my leader. So he needs to give me, he has 8 cards. So 2K, 1K down to 6, 10K, 3 2Ks. So down to 3. So it's very possible he could have countered out of that. And if he counters out of that, I don't know. I'm basically fucked because he has 2 Eustace Kids, and he can attack with a Eustace Kid. I only had 1 card left in my hand, which would have been the Laboon, and I discarded. I'd actually have no cards in hand, so he can just like 4 Dawn, swing into swing into my Teach. And then actually my Burgess was at 10K. So he only needed to allocate like 2 Dawn. And then he clears like my whole board. So I was like, I can't risk that. I guess I did what I thought was the safer play. Although it did give him a chance to claw back the game. Which was, I swung 14K with my Teach into the Eustace Kid, which would mean he would need to give me 3 2Ks and 1K, and he lets it go. because that's way too much hand value, and I have like other swings I can swing into it anyway. So I play out the Laboon, tap the Laboon, minus his other Burgess, and then black hole it. So I have no cards in hand, so I have to leave on plays online, and then I was able to swing 5k, 6k into his leader, and I think, did he take that? Wait, hang on. No, it's 6k, 7k, because I still had, so 2 to Burgess. Oh no, it's 5k, 6k. So I think I made a mistake at that point because I swung with the Van Auger. Yeah. But he ends up taking the life, which was surprising. So he's 8 cards in hand, and he's at 0 life. Or I think he gave me a 2k on one and took the other, or 1k, probably 1k on my leader swing, then took the other. So he ended up having like no fucking counter in hand. But yeah, I didn't know that. So like, I thought clearing both Eustaces and the board position that I was in was extremely strong. Unfortunately, I think he could have sequenced this to really punish me. Because what he did is he played a Doflamingo, and the mistake that he made is he stunned my Teach, my Burgess, and my Van Auger. Because I didn't have any cards to mess up his on plays. So I think the previous turn I think I shouldn't have swung at all with my leader or Van Auger, because then he wouldn't have an opportunity to Doflamingo them, and then he's still at 1, and I can go in for like 10k, 11k the next turn, which I think is extremely strong, and I can disable his on plays theoretically, and then that forces him to put out blockers, and if he puts out blockers, then he's not stunning my Teaches, and if he's not, sort of creates like a Zugzwang, I sound like a fucking idiot versus using that term, position where like if he plays out blockers, he can't kill my stuff, and if he plays out Doflamingo, he can't set up blockers. So I think not swinging with those was the better play. And but he ends up making a big misplay where he stuns my Teach, my Burgess, and my Auger, leaving my leader, and then he swings his leader into my Laboon, and he had a Cavendish on the board, and he swings the Cavendish at the Van Auger, meaning that my leader comes unrested, and then I just swing 15k at his leader, and I won. But I think that turn was really interesting, so I just wanted to highlight that and summarize it. But yeah, let's get over to the deck list. All right, I got to do this. All right, I got to do this. Oh my god, I just fucked up all the cards. I got to do this deck profile on the ground because everything is messy and I don't have a good place to film. But hopefully this will be an okay viewing experience. Starting out with the core, we got 4 Burgess, obviously. You know, just get through my Blackbeard core. 4 Stronger. Do I only have 3 Van Auger? That's not possible. Oh, he's right here. I'm just going to cut that out. 3 Van Auger. We got, or 4 Van Auger. Motherfucker. 4 Q. And then 4 Lafitte. 2 Vasco shot. I'm having difficulty fucking reaching past my phone. And then we've got, I'm running 3 Shiryu right now, which feels good. It allows me to run a little more tech. And then for Blackbeard cards, we're running, oh my god, dude, I'm so disorganized. Running 4 10 cost Teach. Obviously, and then we got 4 1-cost searchers, very crucial for like building your trash. 4 black hole, and 3 of the stage. And then for the non-Blackbeard cards, we are running 4 finger pistol. I think this is crucial. I would not run the deck without 4 finger pistol. Helps you build your trash. Clutch ass trigger. Very, very good. And then we have 4 Laboon. This is the bulk of the price in the deck. Basically, the whole deck is this. It's coming down a bit, though. So they're like 22 now, which, of course, they come down right after I fucking buy them. Just chuck them off into the abyss there. And then last, we have 3 Tempest Kick. This is extremely good in like aggro matchups because you can just Tempest Kick and dock. Basically kill something for 1. It does have, if you draw it first, you might want to mulligan it because you won't have your hand set up. Or if you have like Tempest Kick and a couple searchers, like you can get to this like really quick. So I don't think the constraint is like too bad, and it doesn't make you go down in hand size. So, you know. So yeah, that's the deck list. And I'm just gonna grab it here because I fucking forgot to bring it out. So disorganized. A really shitty thing is they don't have the new winter packs, and it's not their fault. Bandai just didn't send them winter packs. They had to give me an old one, so I got a Momonosuke winter card. Wow, worth $2, which I would have loved to get the pudding in the most recent one, but I'm hoping I'll snag a win before the end of OP09, which is in like I think March is like the next set. So yeah, that's the deck. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I want to make videos like live or like real play. Like I want to like record my games and analyze them. I think it'll be a good excuse for me to like rewatch my gameplay and think about the game more in depth, because I'm really bad at doing that on my own, as well as hopefully being entertaining, seeing like some real gameplay. So if you want to see that, give it a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that sort of stuff, and hopefully I can get my shit together, maybe get some better recording equipment. But until then, peace out.